just saying.
So they went and they looked at the Hudson home, and there are 2 mixed breed dogs that are in perfectly good health. So the animal police are saying there's nothing wrong with this home. There's no investigation needed. They're good. You know,
Yes.
this is a safe and stable home for the cat.
Yes.
The Humane Society is still refusing to release Bart the cat to Ellis. Now, they're claiming that Ellis was an irresponsible owner.
Because he buried his cat alive. I think they kind of got a little reasoning there.
Well, yes, but at the same time, even Ellis's neighbor said the cat was dead. It was stiff. You know, it was like rigor mortis had already set in. You know, the cat was dead and cold and not moving or breathing.
It was the Monty Python parrot skit.
Exactly.
Nice plumage.
So they are claiming that they still don't feel comfortable releasing Bart to Ellis. So they are maintaining custody. So Ellis has taken this to court, saying he wants his cat. Now, anyone who has an animal family member will tell you that a pet is not a pet. A pet is a part of the family. Or, well, not everybody, but most families. We just watched Tim baby his dog who had to have ear treatments. So,
Wow. That was more of a clamping down, so he would stay
Intervention.
still.
Intervention is what
It was an intervention.
but
yeah.
then when he was moping on your shoulder,
Yeah.
it's okay, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
they become a part of our family.
But to be fair, he's not undead.
Well, this is true. But our pets do become a piece of our family, and a lot of times our pets don't seem to realize that they're not human. A lot of the time, so when someone takes that part of your family away and refuses to give it back, it can be very hurtful, very, very heartbreaking. So Ellis is suing to get his cat back due to those emotional reasons. The Humane Society, again, is saying they're not entirely sure if this is going to be a safe and stable environment for Bart. Not that Bart's going to have any special needs, except for the fact that he's going to have like a Phantom of the Opera mask.
Brains.
No, he's going to have like a Phantom
And
of
to
the
not
Opera
be buried
mask.
alive.
Well, that too. Ellis is claiming that the only reason that the Humane Society will not release Bart is because they are using him to raise money for the Humane Society.
And they're not wanting to give him back because you can't have your pussy walking the streets.
Anyways.
Just saying. It's cat.
That was uncalled for.
It was cat.
So
Cheap shot. I took it anyway. Go ahead.
the Humane Society has a blog running that's chronicling. There we go. All of Bart's recovery and surgeries and all that fun stuff. So that's why people from around the world are donating money to the Tampa Humane Society. So is it that they now have a cash cow that's known
No pun
worldwide?
intended.
Yeah, there you go. That's known worldwide. That's bringing in money from worldwide.
Yes.
Or are they really truly concerned with the welfare of Zombie Cat? And does Ellis want to take back over possession of his cat?
It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic.
This is how it starts.
Does Ellis want to reclaim his cat simply to have him at home so that he can live out the rest of his life again with him? Or is he wanting to exploit Zombie Cat? Because
He wants the zombie money.
Well, but you know, there are going to be talk shows and all kinds of stuff that are going to want to see Zombie Cat. And talk to the person who has Zombie Cat. So, right now it is pending going to court to determine who actually should have legal rights to the cat.
Zombie Cat could host Monday Night Raw.
So there you go. And then be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
No.
Yeah, Grumpy Cat did.
Zombie Cat and Grumpy Cat can become a tag team.
Oh.
That's right. They could be on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It would be like Kane and the Undertaker. You know, give Zombie Cat like a little mask.
The felines of destruction.
He does have the one dead eye like Kane does.
So that is the end of my news. However, like I said before, I have a little aside that is almost kind of Doctor Who-ish. Because Doctor Who travels through space and time, correct? Yes.
Yes.
And at one point, he even is able to travel through dimensions thanks to the TARDIS blowing up. So, there are 10 different instances of quote-unquote photographic or videographic proof of time travelers. Now, I'm only going to cover 3 because some of them you just kind of look and go, no.
Because it could take a long time.
So the first one, there is a DVD that's called of Charlie Chaplin's, and in the extras of the circus, people are given short film and photos of the movie's premiere at Garmin's Chinese Theater in 1928. In the footage, there's a woman walking around talking on a cell phone. And by the way, I shared this on the Ninja Troll page. So in case you want to go through and read the ones that I don't cover. So in this one still that they have, there's a woman who is standing next to this zebra painted horse thing, and she has got something black in her hand held up to the side of her face, and she looks like she's talking. So in 1928, last time I checked, we did not have cell phones. Not even the big giant ones. And this isn't a big giant cell phone. This is probably about the size of the phone I have. It might even be as long as the latest Galaxy tablet thing that they came out with, but not that wide. It's like a skinnier version of it. So that is your first one. The second one that I'm going to cover is a hit-and-run victim from the past. Now, that's the little tagline for it. In June of 1950, a man in his early 30s named Rudolph Fentz, wearing 19th century clothes, was hit by a car and killed in New York City's Times Square. Why is this significant, you ask? Because the investigation by the NYPD determined that the man had disappeared without a trace in 1876 at the age of 29. Now, from 1876 to 1950, it's not going to take you from 29 to early 30s without time travel. I'm just saying.
Could, if you're the Flash.
But then again, there's
With a
time
treadmill.
traveling. Now, in his
A hot date.
possession at his time of death, had a copper token for beer, a bill for the care of a horse and a washing of a carriage, a letter from 1876, and $70 and business cards. So even his possessions did not match the time period in which he was hit by the car. So there.
So there. That settles it.
Ta-da! Now, the third and last one I'm going to cover is they're calling it a time-traveling hipster. He does kind of look like a hippie, I'm not going to lie. But it's a photograph from 1941 taken during the South Fork Bridge reopening in Gold Bridge, Canada. In this picture, you've got droves and droves of people lined up to watch this big event. About 3 people in from the right side. So they're all facing to the left. So the back row.
To the left, to the left.
Third person in. There is a gentleman who's wearing what looks like a hoodie, a screen print t-shirt, sunglasses, and it looks like he's holding a digital camera. Now again, this was in 1941. His clothes don't match anybody else. They didn't have digital cameras at the time. And nobody else is wearing sunglasses. I realize that just sounds kind of like a stupid aside, but nobody else is wearing sunglasses. Just saying. He's the odd man out. So, again, there's 10 total. A couple of them, you just kind of look at them, really. But there are some that really, truly do make you kind of go,
Things that make you go,
But apparently,
All I know is Abraham Lincoln said, "You can't believe everything you see on the internet."
when he time traveled, of course.
But check it out. I've already figured out the lady with the cell phone.
Okay.
Inside that cell phone,
There's a tiny man.
No, as there are with cell phones in the future, they come equipped with the flux capacitor
Oh, okay.
And they go, what is it, gigawatts? What was that?
1.21 gigawatts. That's the power you
And that's how it happens.
But they're not. She's not moving at 88 miles an hour.
She might have been.
She might have been.
How, in a buggy?
No. That thing
Maybe.
that the Flash has got, that Wells was getting.
You can't even remember what it was called.
You're right, I can't. I can't.
The cosmic treadmill.
There you go. So again, that's the last of my asides. I just wanted to enlighten everyone that time travel is real.
Okay, so with that being said, let's move on to a very special chucked up news.
I've been in this business a long time. I am a hard-nosed journalist. You give me a story, and I can chuck it up right. This is the chucked up news story of the week, right here on the Ninja Troll Digicast.
As Tim takes a drink from the other side of the Cathedral of Wisdom, this story
refreshing.
came to me from comicbookresources.com. And it is about a man who cruises San Diego streets in a custom Batmobile. Now, this thing is phenomenal. Basically, what it is you have a guy by the name of, get this, Chris Banner. This is no joke. Chris Banner. He becomes San Diego's own Cape Crusader, complete with his own custom Batmobile. According to the report, the Batmobile is 22 feet long, and it is one heck of a machine to drive, especially when you're Batman, Banner said. Oh, he also said, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I don't even like you now.
And look, this story is great because basically it's not like he's not one of these guys that's going around crime fighting, even though I'm sure it would be really, really impressive if he did. But basically what he does is he does mostly birthday parties, and he also does some work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And it's kind of convincing. He's got the Michael Keaton Batman suit. He's got the automobile.
He doesn't look all that much like Batman, but the car is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, listen, if he pulled up in front of my house, I would be like, oh my God, it's Batman.
Yeah,
It's Batman.
I'd be going to take a picture.
People will be like, which one? I don't care. It's Batman. So that is the chucked up news for this week. It's not really chucked up news. I think it's very nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice story there. So
It's a positive chucked up news.
it is a positive chucked up news, which is why I wanted to tell it. All right, Tim, what have we got coming up next?
Well, actually, before not to drag everything down, but something we did hear about right before we started the show. Gary Owens has passed away.
Everyone put a finger to their ear. Everyone put a hand to their ear. This is Gary Owens.
He's one of the greatest announcers
Yes.
in TV history. His voice is, he was on Laugh-In. He was Space Ghost. He was Ren and Stimpy. He was Powdered Toast Man, and the narrator for Ren and Stimpy. I mean, guy, one of the most recognizable voices in TV history. So, unfortunately, he passed away today. I think he was 80 years old.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it just kind of sucks. Not to bring everything down, not to lay a bummer on
very
everybody.
somber mood as some of our favorite cartoon characters have passed. Their voice has passed.
Yeah.
So, wow. Gary Owens, that was one of the guys that made me want to do radio.
Oh, yeah.
It was because his delivery on Laugh-In, I always found, even as a young man, I thought, wow, this is great.
Well, he was always everything else was so ludicrous.
Right.
And then he was always the straight announcer.
Yes.
It was always good. I love that little bit.
All right. So, wow. So sad. All right. So, coming back.
Sorry to kill the mood.
What have we got coming up?
Way to go,
Coming
Dixon.
up after this. Huh?
That's a way to go, Dixon.
I know.
Buzzkill.
I just killed everything. Coming up after this, we're going to take a look at the movie and TV news and a story of Spidey coming home.
Oh, yeah. So you want to keep it right here. We are the only podcast with a kick. This is the Ninja Troll Digicast. Don't go anywhere.
This is Bryce Anthony, one half of the Sons of Steel. Make sure you check out Boomer Payne and myself in the Sons of Steel saga every Friday on Spreaker.com.